Airbnb is a great option for those who want to travel, stay in a nice cozy place, and pay a lot less than a hotel. Well, what about those who are extremely kinky and they don't want to go through TSA with their sex toys? There is now an option for you. It's known as Kinkb&B, and it lets you rent things like a sex dungeon while you're on vacation. So this is a pretty interesting idea. Of course, it came up, the people who came up from it are from San Francisco. They launched it just this week, and apparently it has a lot of different options for those who are into different fetishes. So let me give you a few examples. One of the people who works at Kinkb&B says it's a kinky oasis of pleasure and sensuality where everything is permitted, except for all the things that aren't permitted under the house rules. No full or partial suspensions, and nothing to be attached to walls or ceilings. No fire play or any other activity that requires a spotter. Okay, so one post advertises, quote, love in the lascivious lair for $300 a night. So it's not as affordable as Airbnb. $300 a night is a little steep, but you get a freaking lascivious lair. And it can house up to 4 people, and it's pet friendly if you want, an audience. And also, there's another destination called Kink West Coast Getaway, and also prison cell. So here are some pictures of what Kinkb&B has to offer. And again, sometimes when you're traveling, you want to take your sex toys with you, but you're really worried that the TSA is going to open your bag and take that dildo out. And, maybe you can go to one of these homes. You don't have to worry about
embarrassing.
That stuff. This is fine. The only point that I want to make is sometimes there are bodily fluids involved in sex. I don't know if I want to use other people's machinery or toys when I'm engaged in that type of activity. But I like the effort, and I like that people are open-minded and they want to try this kind of stuff out. Wendy, what do you think? Make your point.
I was just thinking about that. I was thinking about the cleanliness of it all. Like, how is it kept, clean? Sanitized. I think it's a great idea. I was flying once and I had 2 microphones with me, and the crazy TSA guy thought they were dildos and wanted to embarrass me in front of everybody and took them out. So I could only imagine.
Wait, they took them out?
Yeah, he's like, what's that? Yeah, it was 2 big microphones, and I was like, they're microphones. Oh, are you sure? And I was like, is this even?
God.
Can you even do this? This is even legal?
I mean,
do you not see my camera person right behind me with the big camera bag? But anyways. It goes to the point of can you travel safely or feel secure with your dildo?
Right.
Which is not a question that I thought I would be asking today.
So I've had this conundrum, and I just kind of came to accept the fact that I might get embarrassed. But why get embarrassed? Because I have a sex toy with me? So what? Right?
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal, but I can totally understand people who would get embarrassed by something like that. It is a very personal thing. I can't believe I just shared that. Robby, go ahead.
How immature is that, I think, for a TSA agent to be like, oh, look, you got a dildo.
It was Texas.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know if that makes it any better,
but... the only thing I keep thinking about for this is, that couple that is not fully aware that this is going to be a sex dungeon.
Yeah.
I'm so ready to see that family reunion happening at one of these places and getting there and being horrified. And so I don't know, that's the only thing I can think about with this story. I'm that would be hilarious.
Another thing is, if you're posting on Kinkb&B, then you're kind of sharing your identity in a public forum and letting people know that you have a sex dungeon. I think that that's a courageous thing to do. So I commend you for that. All right, so here's the question for the story. Do you consider yourself kinky or conservative? Wendy. We want honesty here.
I would say a little bit of both. I think that what happens in the bedroom with my partner is entirely up to us.
Yeah.
And how people perceive me is completely different, and I think a lot of people are like that. I think you should feel free in exploring your sexuality and not be embarrassed by it, and book a room at one of these amazing dungeons and explore. Why not?
I love it. All right. What about you, Robby?
I'm super conservative.
You are?
Super conservative. I'm wearing shorts, and that's pushing it. That's my level of I don't know. I can't really remove the feeling that it's really intimate and emotional from the body of it.
How did you go from Claire to,
well,
from Lothario to
I was more
Casanova
make out and then move on with our lives kind of a player. It was kind of that. Yeah.
You were a makeout slut.
I was a makeout slut.
Okay.
That's
fair
what
enough. Fair
And
enough.
now everybody knows that about me.
I didn't know that was a thing.
All right, so
Robby
you're
Motz.
conservative. So let me answer the question myself, since you guys get upset when I don't answer the question. Kinky. I'm not conservative. I'm open-minded to not almost anything. I'm almost anything. I don't know. I think I started off as very conservative, and I was very much concerned about what my partner's perception of me would be or what everyone's perception of me would be. And then I realized that I wasn't having fun. And then I realized that I wanted to have fun and be myself and be vocal about the things I liked. And so I guess some of the things I like might be considered kinky, but for me, they're considered normal. They don't harm anyone, and they make me happy. So I want to know what you guys think. Are you conservative or kinky in the bedroom? Do you want to be specific about the kind of things you're kinky about? Comment in the section below. Tell us what you think, and we'll see you soon.